Owing to the spate of insecurity in Nigeria, there have been continuous calls for residents to bear arms for protection. Governor Bello Matawale of Zamfara had recently urged the state residents to acquire guns in order to defend themselves, a statement which was faulted by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, on the ground of necessity and legality. But with widespread insecurity across the nation, should Nigerian residents be allowed to own guns for self-defense? And what would be the implication? I am Blessing Aichi. This is Report on ITV.
I think it's more of a necessity now for Nigerians to defend themselves from these killers who have gone wide across the nation. For the security agencies and the military particularly to be objecting to that directive is annoying. It is their failure that is leading to this call for citizens to bear arms. If they had lived up to the responsibility to defend the people of Nigeria from these killers, nobody would be thinking of bearing arms. So for them to now turn around and say they are the only one authorized to bear arms, what are they doing with the arms they are bearing? If the arms they are bearing cannot defend the citizens, who are now being slaughtered on a daily basis across the land with impunity, they are even now killed in their places of worship. Churches are invaded and no consequence whatsoever. No reaction from the military quarters. What moral right do they have to be objecting to what they should be seen as a shame on their part? I do not understand why they are saying that order does not sit well with their own conscience. The military stand indicted by that directive, and they should, as a matter of necessity, see that as a wake-up call. If they were sleeping on their duty, to wake up and do their duty, to defend Nigerians. The cost implication of bearing arms is not the issue here. Nigerians are able to afford cars. Nigerians are able to build houses. Not all Nigerians are landlords, but many Nigerians are landlords. Guns are no more expensive than houses. They are no more expensive than cars that Nigerians drive. If it becomes necessary, as it has become now, people will take loan to buy arms to defend themselves. It's better to owe debt than to die like a chicken.
Permitting citizens to have gun has its own advantages and disadvantages. But looking at the time, I am not sure that we are ready for that now. The disadvantages outweighs the advantages. It can be done in other climes, but not in Nigeria as it is. Because just yesterday, between the hours of 4 and 5 in the evening, a young man was assassinated at a market in broad daylight. And we all scampered for safety. And we're heading the traffic jam. We all abandon our vehicle. So if gun is allowed to every citizen, I'm telling you, it will occasion serious harm, unprovoked assault, and a lot of deaths. Now that we have not even given permission, so to say, with the proliferation of guns in the society, you will agree with me that the innocent citizen is at the mercy of many of those hoodlums who are in such possession. My candid advice would be that if the government want to help the citizen, I think there should be avenue for training of personnel, those who are actually engaged in security activities like the police. But if they must go to the private individual, thank God for the Edo State Security Network, the local vigilantes. Going by what happened at Owo, the Catholic Church, I think the churches should also wake up. If the government must help the churches, they should allow personnel to be trained from the churches. The churches themselves should separate the Department of Ushering and Protocols from the Department of Security.
To me, it's a very wrong decision because you can't correct wrong with wrong. If they legalize gun in Nigeria, it's going to be a disaster. At least we are still managing the system now. By the time you are going along the road and maybe 10 people on the road and all the 10 people they are holding gun, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a very big problem. To me, I don't think that is the solution to the insecurity in this country. The only solution is to focus on God, and the government, they should put machineries in place. Because if we are saying that they don't know these people, I think it's a big lie. To me, I don't know of another person anyway. To my own opinion is that these people, because it's like Nigerians, we are facing a big problem that has no solution. That is to Nigerians. But I believe that there is nothing that God cannot do. There is no solution there is no problem that God does not have the solution. So everybody should be at alert, and everybody should keep praying. I believe that God, who solved the problem of the Israelites, will solve the problem of this country.
Actually, when you look at legalizing armed possession, there are so many things that you put into consideration. First of all, the kind of society we are, especially in Africa, is a place where the educational level of people are still striving to average. That's number one. Number two, giving a man or anybody that is not trained to hold a gun, you discover that it will cause a lot of disaster. Then when you go beyond there, asking people to possess arms, especially in a society where you discover that anything can go. When something happen, or maybe like a phone is mixing, and you decide to go to the security agents to help you track it, it takes a long time. Sometimes at the end, the process is frustrated. So in such a society, what are the mechanisms, what are the systems that are put in place to actually monitor it? So it will be very, very difficult. So if there is anything like that, what the government is supposed to do first is to check, one, what should be the advantage, what should be the disadvantage, what should be the adverse effect at the end of it. So when they look at it, then they will be able to know if it will be possible to approve it or not. But to me, with the society that all of us are living as at today, so it is not the best for them to approve. Instead, to increase and to improve on security system in Nigeria.
All right, in my own opinion, Nigeria is not have not developed to that stage or state where citizens will be allowed to be armed or carry arms and ammunition. If we go by the developments in other sense society, in another developed societies, I could best describe Nigeria as an empirical paragon of a failed state. Things are falling apart in Nigeria and the center can no longer hold. And if we should contemplate or at any time agree that the citizens of this country should resolve to self-help or self-defense by allowing to carry guns, that means we are calling for anarchy. A state where the country will be in a state of disarray. Yes, in some other countries like the America and some other countries, citizens are allowed to carry gun. But every citizens are not allowed to carry gun because there are stringent measures put in place to control to who holds gun or who buys gun. So in Nigeria, as it stands right now, in my humble opinion, we shouldn't even consider, because for Nigerians to resort to self-help, because if you want Nigerians to carry guns as a result of self-defense, it shows that in Nigeria as a state has failed. And the essence of governance, why we have government, is for security and welfare of the citizens. And on that note, I want to call upon the Nigerian government to rise up to the occasion of defending the Nigerian citizens. Because if the Nigerian government, from the president to the governor to the local government or the council, if they cannot defend the Nigerian citizens, they have no business being in government. In my opinion, Nigerians shouldn't be allowed to carry guns. We have not developed to that extent politically, mentally, and otherwise. We do not have what it takes to manage such situation. I even continue to express my fear that the recent development that we have to advocate for state policy by allowing local vigilantes to carry gun. These persons holding gun, are they trained? What happens where the eyes of the people or the eyes of government is not on them?
Despite an admittance of an alarming rate of insecurity in Nigeria, different opinions have been expressed on the issue of legalizing arms in Nigeria. For some, it will be a deterrent to bandits and criminals terrorizing Nigerians. Others say Nigeria is not ripe for such, and it will lead to a chaotic situation. I am Blessing AEG.